Hello everyone, this is Good Witch, Melissa. This is a short video for Personality Cafe, which is an MBTI site, mainly to do with MBTI. Excuse me. And this is just a short video about INFJs. Introverted, intuitive, feeling, judging people. And I happen to be one. And I would like to talk about introverted intuition. I'm not going to get hung up on the cognitive function so much, and the meanings, and the Jungian meanings, the meanings of it. Excuse me, I have a cold. But, yes, so, introverted intuition. I would like to talk about how I use NI in my everyday life. So, this isn't going to be, a long-winded explanation of it. This is just, NI according to me. Alright? So, I'm a tarot reader, and I use NI unashamedly every day of my life. It's my first function, my most natural function. And I find that it comes very, very naturally to me, and I'm not afraid to use it anymore. And I used to be afraid. Because we live in a world that is very rational, and people want empirical evidence, and they want the data to show your findings, that you know what you're talking about, things like that. And because most people live in the moment, and because they're sensors, NI isn't really something that's really celebrated or valued, I find, outside of the intuitive community. So other intuitives get it, but other people tend not to value it so much, except, I have to say, when they do want some kind of indication of what's going to happen in the future, then they take notice. So that's how I use it. I use it as part of my work, and I use it as just who I am. So my work comes very naturally to me. It's like shooting fish in a barrel, really, for me. It's very easy. The way I use introverted intuition, I live symbols, symbolic images, or how I understand the world. So let's take, for example, I do a reading for someone, and let's just say they want to know what's going to happen in the future. Maybe it's about a relationship or something like that. Now, all I have to do is, well, I don't even have to look at the person, to be honest. All I have to do is go within my own introverted intuition, and images, thoughts, feelings start to coalesce like a story in my mind. This is when it becomes a leap of faith, because you have to take that leap of faith and think, okay, I'm getting a story here. I'm getting from point A to point B. I'm seeing what's going to happen to this person. This person, I might say, see a ring, right? And I see maybe a break in that ring. And I see maybe, in my mind's eye, I see another woman in the picture coming forward. Now, all this symbolically, and over time, obviously, I've worked out what my own meanings mean to me, because, NI is very personal. So, when I see those things, I can tell the person to say, oh, well, I don't feel this is very good. I think there's another person involved in this relationship. I think, there may be, your husband may be interested in someone else at the moment. And it comes out that, they say, oh, yes, I suspected you was having an affair or something like that. So it's that leap of faith. It's trusting your own intuition, trusting your gut feeling. Always. You must always trust your gut feeling. Well, if you're an intuitive, I suppose. I don't know how people do it, but that's how I do it. Intuition is also very instinctual. It's very instinctual, and it's about just having feelings about people, you know. And I know people say, oh, you know, you shouldn't be so quick to judge and give people a chance, things like that. But and I do. I mean, I do. I give people the benefit of the doubt. But I have learned that, you know, that my first impressions of someone are usually really accurate. And I think one of the worst things about being an INFJ is that because we can be so quick to judge, to use our judging function sometimes, you know, NI sorts everything out, TI makes sense of it. And finally we sort of, you know, cast judgment upon someone. And I know people find that very, very unfair, you know. Oh, you don't know me, you know, you never spoke to me, how would you know that I'm a, you know, strange person, or I'm going to be harmful to you? Well, I just know. I just get that feeling. You know, if I'm nervous around someone or feel a little bit intimidated, or I look into their eyes and I think, you know, I don't like you. Sorry, I don't. And that is enough for me, because I've learned to trust my intuition pretty much. And because I'm using about 95%, I know about 95% intuitive, it's the only thing I know how to be. When I do try to use reasoning or logic, or I do try to give a situation or a person a chance, what tends to happen is I find that I was right the first time, actually. So yeah, if I don't use intuition, or I stifle that sort of intuition, I find what happens is it was wasting my time, because I was pretty much right in the first place. And I know that's going to sound really annoying and really arrogant maybe in a way, but I suppose that's just the way I work. Obviously over the years I have learned to sort of to just sit back a little bit and just see if I was right, you know. So I do exercise some patience now. I do still make judgments, but I keep them in here for a while, and I just look for evidence that, you know, maybe I was right. And if I don't see any evidence that I was right, well, yeah, I'm happy to say I'm wrong. You know, it's not a competition for me. So yes, that is how I use an I, and I just really want to say to people, especially on, you know, for other INFJs and people on Personality Cafe, the message I suppose I'm trying to get across is, as an older INFJ, you know, 40 now, as an older INFJ, I definitely have more confidence in my own intuiting abilities. I didn't have so much confidence in them when I was younger. I did tend to distrust my own intuitions then. I don't now, because time has proved to me personally that intuition is a great thing. And, you know, I would just like younger members of Percy or any INFJ, just trust your intuition a little bit more. You'll find that it doesn't often serve you badly, you know, it'll serve you well in the long run, because that is your function, that's you, that is your natural state. That sort of leads into, I suppose, something that, shout out for Dave and Mike. Their channel is called NF Geeks, and they're an ENFP and an INFJ who make some great videos, and I find them really, they're funny, they're intelligent men, and I think, I really think they're worth checking out. I know Dave is on Personality Cafe. I don't know about Mike, but check out their channel, NF Geeks. Really, it's definitely worth a look. And they were talking about tea envy, right? You know, NTs, and how NFs can sometimes you know, want to emulate them and be more rational in their thought processes, because we do seem to have this admiration for NTs especially. And because we have TI, sometimes, you know, we look like a pale imitation of them at times, I think. or we try to be, or under stress, of course. I think a lot of INFJs rely more on TI under stress, and will try and use rationale more then. And I know I have many times in the past, and still do to a certain extent, when stressed or whatever. So I think the whole tea envy business is something that we do need to be aware of and do need to realise if we're doing it. And I would just say be proud of being an NF. You know, it's not a bad thing. I know, you know, we come in for a lot of teasing and stuff about being the dreamers, and you know, that we're not very practical, and our heads are in the clouds, and we're naive, and all this business. But the thing is, we do have this amazing thing. I mean, it's something we do actually share with INTJs, which is, dominant, introverted intuition. So, I would say use your intuition more and be as NF as you want to be. Alright, that's it. Oh, shout out to Green Coyote as well. You know, I love you very much. My lovely man across the water. I really hope that you've got a lovely man in your life, because, you shouldn't be a real man. But anyway, that's it. Look, thank you for your patience, and thank you for your understanding, and, for humouring me. And I just want to say hello to everyone on Personality Cafe, and I'll be seeing you around on the forums. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.